Hey everybody, it's Tom from 2 Cave Aquatics. I got another video for you this morning. I'm gonna grab this camera from Annie and first thing I want to do is show you this artwork that her sister Wendy gave us a couple months ago, that her and her son Michael and his daughter Hannah made for us. This is beach glass. Lots of different kinds of beach glass, different colors they made. I thought it was really nice of her. And it reminds me of my 75-gallon tank. And these kind of remind me of my White Cloud Mountain minnows. Let me go over to the tank. And what I wanted to get at was, have you ever gone down a rabbit hole so deep your wife or a friend or somebody had to send out a search and rescue mission for you? I kind of fell into one the other day, and when I get to that, you know, I never really had a big footprint on social media, and I don't have a TikTok account or Instagram account or any of that. I did have a MySpace account back in the day, because you know, you start a MySpace page, at least you get one friend. His name was Tom. Everybody had Tom for a friend. But I do have Facebook, and I had thousands of Facebook friends on there, and I don't know, I just got sick of it and unfriended a couple, 2,000 or 3,000 of them, and went offline, went off Facebook for three and a half years at least. But after I started this channel here, I wanted to show people that I have other interests besides just fish keeping, so we got back into my Facebook account and I downloaded some of my beekeeping videos, and I've uploaded some of those. But here recently, because I whittled my Facebook friends down to just a couple hundred, my page was kind of boring, so I typed in on the search bar fish keeping groups, and bunches and bunches of them came up, and so I joined a bunch of them, and oh Lord, what a rabbit hole that was. I mean, the advice and the misinformation and stuff is crazy, and I've been answering some questions in some of those groups. You know, I'm kind of like, I don't know, I do a lot of research on my own, and a lot of those questions can quite simply be typed into the Google search bar, and you're going to get an answer, the right answer, or whatever. Do your own research. But they'll ask questions, you know, hey, I just planted this plant and it's starting to melt in my tank. What am I going to do? You know, plant melt is pretty normal, and you just cut the dead parts off and focus on the rest of the plant. Usually works out fine. So one of my little Cory cats here. Or they'll show pictures. Let me get this. They'll show pictures of these easy test strips. These easy test strips. And they'll have this part of it open here, the chart, with the test strip sitting next to it, and asking anybody here to read it because they really can't make sense of it. And it just goes on and on and on, problem after problem after problem. And some of the answers are just astonishing, you know, just astonishing that some of these people, the answers they give. So we were all beginners, and I've said lots of times in my videos, I'm not an expert on any of this. I'm not a fish expert. I'm not a snail expert. I'm not a shrimp expert. I'm not a substrate expert, or I do not consider myself, even though I used to own my own store and I've been doing this for a while, no, I don't consider myself an expert on any of this stuff. I'm just having fun. And I've said that numerous times in my videos. You know, I'm not the guy you come to about everything to do with fish or shrimp, or I'll direct you to the people like they have the most wisdom on that. But yeah, I've been answering dozens and dozens of questions on these Facebook fish keeping groups, and there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of beginners out there. Some people have even had tanks up for over a year or so and having a myriad of problems and looking to other fish keepers for solutions. And I mean, the first day I started, I spent like 5 hours on answering questions, and they're all appreciative of it, highly appreciative of it. And I do always suggest that they, rather than take the advice of complete strangers online, they really need to do some research on their own on these things. And I always point them towards that, doing research on their own. But there's a lot of us out there that do have quite a bit of knowledge in fish keeping and been doing this stuff for years and can answer quite a few of these, you know, these questions and solve quite a lot of problems for some of these people that aren't going to end up, you know, getting to be worse and worse problems. Or you might head them off from some bad advice, misinformation that you're seeing in the answers, and steer them towards the right solution. And that becomes a fish disease. I mean, just about anything. Tank mates, what kind of filters to use. You know, people will come on and say, I just bought a 75-gallon tank or a 60-gallon tank. You know, what kind of filter should I use? And of course, the canister filter using people are going to all swear on canister filters, and the hang on the back filter users are going to steer them towards hang on the back filters, and the sponge filter people, some people, you know, they're going to get 50 different answers if they ask that question. What kind of filtration should I use? Or what kind of substrate should I use? Or just, you know, what's this white stuff growing on my driftwood? Well, it's biofilm. It's harmless, and it'll go away on its own in a couple of days. But there's, like I said, tons and tons of people that are in desperate need of a little guidance. And I'm wondering, you know, if like I said, I'm not an expert on everything. And, you know, I want to call people ignorant in a bad way. Ignorant is just a lack of information and knowledge on any given certain subject. That's all ignorance is. That doesn't mean somebody's dumb or stupid or an idiot. But, you know, I don't know why people just don't research it. They just really don't take the time to research it on themselves, research these things for themselves, and they just rely on strangers online, Reddit or Quora or wherever, and just take a lot of them for face value and think that's the gospel truth, and it's not. Over here is my 20-gallon tank. There goes my little Chinese golden algae eater. She's a hoot. I love that fish. But yeah, if you have a Facebook account and a little extra time, and you have a little compassion for people that are struggling in this hobby, just, you know, join a couple of groups and check out the questions. And if it's something you're knowledgeable in, you know, you can steer them in the right direction and save them a lot of money, a lot of time and energy and headache and losing their fish. It's I don't know. Well, you know, here it's winter here. It's freezing cold outside. We got snow followed by freezing rain. I'm just waiting for spring to get here. I already got 150,000 flower seeds to plant, and I want to put in a greenhouse and have other plans. But it's freezing cold and nasty outside. There goes one of my little Guy Fawkes cories. It was born in my 75-gallon tank. That's a nice looking little cory. And yeah, that's basically what I want to say. There's a lot of people out there desperate for help, and they're finding a lot of misinformation, unfortunately. You know, somebody will say, oh, my fish have ick. And one of the first things that comes up, oh, just turn your heat up to 86 or up to 90, and that's all you got to do. Turn your heater up, and it'll cure ick. Well, that's not the case. So, yeah, it's not as simple as turning your heat up. And you know, my German Ram, he liked 84-degree temperatures and even higher, but 86 up to 90 degrees, it'd kill half the fish I own. So, yeah, that wasn't good advice they're getting. I know a lot of people swear by turning the tank up slowly to 86 and putting some aquarium salt in. I've heard it over and over again. I got ick in this tank. I used Ick X. It's fine. It's gone. I guess that depends on the individual, I suppose. But even when you Google search high temps curing ick, you're going to find out that high temperatures alone are not the answer. High temps, along with medication. But anyway, I've seen plants. Oh my God. This person showed a picture of a big Anubias plant. And I've never seen a plant in that kind of shape. It looked like somebody took a paintbrush and painted all the leaves jet black, like the back of the tank there. I mean, they were just completely black, all the leaves. They had a couple of tiny little green spots left on them. I wonder why, what happened, how long has that been going on? You know, that stuff like that does not happen overnight by any stretch of the imagination. Some of these other problems they're having, it just comes from a lack of information, a lack of research before they run out and buy some aquarium and a bunch of other stuff with it, throw some gravel or whatever in it, toss a bunch of water in it, dechlorinate it, throw fish in it, you know, and not do a minute of research. Lots of them aren't even watching YouTube videos of fish keepers. They're not doing that. They're just going on Reddit or Google Reddit or Quora or even Facebook and just asking whoever jumps up and gives them an answer and taking that for granted. It's just crazy. But I'm just sitting here with the fish. I have this right below the TV, and it is a great distraction. As I promised Andy like 6 or 7 years ago that I wasn't gonna let the news or other things piss me off to the point where I'd thrown a size 15 boot across the living room and right through the television. I promised her that wasn't gonna happen again. And this tank is a great distraction. When the news and all the craziness of this planet is coming across the screen, I lose track of that. I don't even pay attention to most of it. I'm just watching my fish and checking out my tanks. Half the time, I can't even pay attention to a good movie when it's on because I'm always glancing down at my tanks and looking at my fish, and I have to stop and rewind and record. I mean, replay it again so I didn't miss anything. But yeah, if you have a heart for people that are struggling, new fish keepers with a myriad of problems, and you think you've got the time and energy to devote, a little bit of time, maybe an hour a week or something, go on Facebook and some of these fish keeping groups and maybe straighten out some of these issues that these people are having and give them good solid advice, or at least point them in a direction where they're going to have some success and not have their tanks crashing and all their fish dying. And it's just the problems we've had in the beginning. A lot of us share the same problems. We weren't all successful our first attempt. And even after years of doing this stuff, you're going to still make mistakes occasionally. So I learn from my own mistakes. I learn from other people's mistakes and try not to repeat those. But let me move my finger away from this camera. So we appreciate all of our subscribers. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm just trying to start making more videos than I have been recently. I get a little, I don't know, what do they call it? Seasonal affective disorder, where I kind of feeling like all winter because I just can't go outside in this freezing temps and get any direct sunlight on my skin because I'm bundled up from head to toe. So a few more weeks we'll be there. Actually, next week is supposed to be in the 40s, maybe even 50s here in upstate New York. Well, upstate New York, depending on who you ask. Upstate from New York City, downstate from Buffalo. But hope everybody has a great day. And like I said, if you have a few extra minutes now and then, and you feel like you could really give somebody some good information or help them out with the troubles, the problems they're having in their tanks, you might want to consider, if you have a Facebook page, just joining a few groups and spreading some of your knowledge around to some of these other people that are struggling. And they really appreciate it. I spend most of the time just saying you're welcome to everybody that's thanking me for the answers, thanking me for taking the time out of my day to address the issues that they're having. And they highly appreciate it. And that's basically what I wanted to say. There's people out there struggling, and if you got a few extra minutes, just join some of those groups and give them a hand. They really appreciate it. They're going to save a lot of time and heartache and fish loss and tanks crashing. I'm trying to tell somebody, you need to, research is your best friend. Research is your best friend when it comes to this hobby. And I kind of always tell them that no matter what, I'll answer the question, or sometimes I provide them with links. But I always try to remind them that spending personal time researching the issue is valuable, very valuable, instead of just taking some stranger's word for everything online. When you've got a little supercomputer in your hand, smartphones, and the answer is just a few keystrokes away. And but not everybody will take the time to research, and they'll just go online and ask questions. So if you got a heart, be one of those people that at least is giving them the right answers and pointing them in the right direction. Helping them when they're feeling real discouraged and they're about ready to throw in the towel and sell their tank on Facebook Marketplace. That's where I got this one. That's where I got this 60-gallon tank and stand on Facebook Marketplace for $50. It's the same tank and stand without anything else included. It cost $650 at PetSmart. So that was a great deal. But it's, on the back of somebody else's loss. Of course, I cleaned it out really well, and this angelfish eats right out of my hand. He's waiting for me to get some two-flex worms or something, and he'll eat a third or almost half a cube of two-flex worms right out of my fingers, which is cool. He likes me, and I gotta feed some crickets to my African butterfly fish. I might even make a video of that later, of feeding my African butterfly fish. If somebody saw the video of my tank here, said, do those fish ever move? Is that all they do, is sit in one spot all day? Well, the answer to that is yeah. Yep, that's all they do. They're holding a whole row over here, 3 of them, and there's 3 more over in the corner. They're going to be there all day. They're little ambush predators. They're waiting for bugs to fall in the water. That's what they do. It's their instinct. And I throw a handful of crickets and 15, 20 crickets, and they go absolutely ballistic. So I may make a video of that later, feeding my African butterfly fish. I got to feed them later tonight, so I'll probably just do that. Have Andy hold the camera and the phone, and I'll toss them in. I always turn the filter off before I do that. It has a tendency to blow out stuff all around the tank. And then I'll watch them until it's all gone. And some of my rainbow fish now are coming up and grabbing crickets. These two linear rainbows will. And the Denison barbs, the roseline sharks were going after them. The Bosemani, I saw this one. See, this one or the male over here. Where is it at? Where'd you go? There you go. Saw that one growing up, jump up and grab one the other day, a whole, well, it was a small cricket. But, yeah, he dragged it down and ate it. So yeah, I might make a video later feeding my African butterfly fish, because I want to try to start making more videos here than I have been like recently. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I hope everybody has a great day. I just love these rainbow fish and the roseline sharks together. I've seen a lot of tanks that have rainbow fish and roseline sharks in them together, and they I really like those. I really like those. And I forgot to wear my rings one day, and somebody actually mentioned that. Oh, they wanted to see them. It was a Reaper. People have called me the Grim Reaper for decades. No, I'm not a Satanist or anything like that. There's my V for Victory. V for Vendetta. Guy Fawkes mask ring. But don't forget to like, and please, by all means, don't, leave some comments if you want to. I really appreciate the comments. It encourages me to make more videos. When I know people are watching them, they'll comment or ask me questions. At least I know people are paying attention. So have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And you have a heart to help some people out, go ahead and do that. It's a good feeling, actually. It is a good feeling to help out, help resolve some very serious issues that people are having in fish keeping. They're not getting discouraged and just giving up. That's all they need is a little help, a little push. So everybody have a great day, and let me get back to my day. I got a water change on my 20-gallon tank, and do some filter floss swapping out. I use coarse sponge and these Title 110 hang on the back filters with some filter floss on top, and fine mesh bag of Purigen, and it's working out really well. I used to have a lot of red plants in here, but they require, number one, much more intense light than I had two higher full LEDs on here, and it was just causing a lot of algae. And the red plants I bought online came in with no roots at all, stem plants. And I believe that's where I got my blackbeard algae from, because it was all over those plants, and pretty much in a few weeks, a month. And as long as I kept them in there and treated them, they never grew roots. They just never grew roots. And I get all my fish and plants from Petco now anyway. They'll special order. They special ordered a bunch of these fish. They special ordered the roseline sharks, the African rainbow fish for me. Butterfly fish for me. They special order fish. They special ordered these silver hatchets up here. I've got some marble hatchets coming, and I'm looking for some red rainbow fish. And they said they would call me when they get some in. So I really appreciate them. And you know what? And they've got a 30-day guarantee. No questions asked if your fish passes away unless 30 days or less. That's pretty much the best on the market. But don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll be back again later with another video. Probably feeding these African butterfly fish. And Wendy said that her son Michael watches my videos. He was involved in making this, so I just want to say hi to Michael. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks, Wendy. And we'll see everybody later.